Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my room. So you've heard of That 70s Show, I'm sure. But did you know that they had a spin-off called That 80s Show? It lasted for one season. It starred that one dude from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And it got terrible reviews, like this one. By far the worst show of the century. This garbage is cringe, racist, and just bad in general. I don't know what could have possibly been cringe about it.
Nipple!
Alright. Anyways, look at this giraffe. He says subscribe or he will donkey punch you in the throat. I watched a little bit of the pilot just so I could get a rundown of what I'm working with here, and all the jokes often fall flat. And if it wasn't for the canned laughter in certain parts of the show, you wouldn't really be able to tell what's a joke and what's not. The jokes tend to lack an actual punchline, which is kind of crucial to the jokes. I don't know if anybody told that to the writers of That 80s Show, but you know, jokes kind of need a punchline. It's like when you're sitting in a live studio audience and they have that sign up that says applaud, like, cause that's when you're supposed to applaud. That's what the canned laughter is doing for this show. Like, it's like telling you when you should laugh. But if you take the canned laughter out of the show, it's just kind of awkward.
Boys like to shop at stores that have girls that don't wear bras.
I can find any record in this store.
Nipple!
You know what I mean? But like, it's really no wonder it got canceled after season 1. Listen, that 70s show was a roaring success because it wasn't forced. It followed a Star Wars nerd and his unbelievably hot next-door neighbor best friend, and his group of stoner friends who all sat in the basement and smoked weed. And it wasn't until I was well into my teens where I realized that that's what they were actually doing. But it was a relatable formula that worked. And the fact that a Star Wars nerd like Eric Forman got with the hot redhead next door, a lot of nerds kind of wanted to be that guy. You know, the woman loved him for his quirkiness, and that puzzled everybody. Fuck. I almost fell over doing that. That puzzled everybody in the show, leading to a pretty awesome dynamic and a lot of room for a story to evolve. Take all of that and just throw it out the window because That 80s Show was not that. Like, it was a literal copy and paste, but in a different decade. Like, change the homework a bit so it doesn't look the same. Did we learn our lesson though? Hell no! Now Netflix is releasing That 90s Show, and with me being born in 1990, this kind of hits a little close to home. Only now, instead of this cast being annoying side characters, we get the same cast from That 70s Show, but older! And we get Leia Forman, because of course that's her name. She's named after Princess Leia from Star Wars, but probably the most unrealistic thing was that Eric got to name his daughter, which doesn't usually happen. Usually it's the woman that gets the naming rights and the dad just kind of has to go along with it. But anyways, I don't know if Topher Grace and Laura Prep are going to be in this show, but I do know that Red and Kitty are going to be in it, as well as Eric and Donna's daughter. So if Eric and Donna weren't in it, that would be a little weird, and implying that the daughter is being raised by the grandparents, which I guess can be relatable. But if they're not smoking weed in a circle, I want no part of it. Just throwing that out there. Honestly, I don't know what to expect from this. Like, I tried to find a trailer from it or something, but I couldn't. It seems like even a release date hasn't been announced, just that it's going on Netflix. So let me know what you think about this in the comments. I like that they kept the original cast in this new spin-off and not the 80s Show cast, because holy hell in a handbasket, they were boring as fuck. That 70s Show was infinitely better by comparison, and I would rather watch reruns of that than to subject myself to any spin-offs. But I would be willing to give it a chance. Like, when they drop a release date or a trailer, I'll give it another breakdown. But for now, this is all we got going forward. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for new commentary videos like this, and hit the noti bell to be alerted of every new upload. It's totally free! What? Yes, it's free. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.
You the hardest in the game, look like I don't give a fuck. You can't handle where I'm from, man. You know we got the hitters got them screaming cause we do not give a fuck. You the hardest in the game, you the hardest in the game, you the hardest in the game, you the hardest in the game,